Howdy. I think the good news so far for me is that I just saved $400 because Brian showed me I could fire my accountant. And I know I have a great career at General Mills, I'm guessing, Doug, because I not only have long sleeves, I also have the jacket. So look forward to that. So evolving from tax and from cereal, we're going to talk a little bit, Vic and myself, about the world of soap and a little bit about Dove. So Dove, first of all, is a beauty bar and body wash business. It's a little over $1.2 billion in retail sales. It was launched in 1957 with unique cleansing properties. So the brand not only gets you clean, it delivers soft, smooth skin. So for us, it's less about driving loyalty, because we have a really good loyal user base, and a little bit more about driving penetration. So awareness and impressions is what this campaign is all about for us. Considerations, we're a premium price product in the market. It's a competitive marketplace, not only from the soap category, but also from the media spend perspective, and that's where efficiency of spend is pretty important. So why Vic and why specific? The first part is gaining a qualified audience. We want to talk to the right people, and then delivering the relevant message to those people at the relevant time in the relevant context. And then establishing an always-on communication, which is a little bit different from a CPG perspective. So the first part is this ongoing dialogue. So if you think about social in comparison to the regular digital campaigns that we typically do as CPG marketers, if you think about a beach and you think about waves, right? As a CPG marketer in the past, we've thought about wave 1, wave 2, wave 3 of communication. 3 months on, 6 months on, and then going from one variant or line to the next one. This is a little bit different because it's more about being always on. The consumers, either through search or through other aspects, they're always looking for the brand. So going from episodic to always on. And then through the always on process is maximizing that spend. So if you think about with an always on approach, in the waves that we used to do, it would be a shotgun approach, right? And the bullets from that shotgun wouldn't necessarily hit your target. So to maximize the dollars, you go from a shotgun to a rifle approach with the right amount of targeting and then sequential reach with that person. So it eliminates waste. And then with the right targeting, you can then evolve the message over time, right? So I'll take you through a model in a second where we bring people into our bar business with the digital advertising that we have, and then we take them a step deeper once we consider them a qualified viewer, if you will, somebody who we know is interested in our content. So that brings them down the purchase funnel. And then leveraging sophisticated benefits and digital targeting. So it's about the right day part, the right placement, and the right media type to deliver that message. Bear with me on this chart. The top portion here is actually the probably most important part of this. So we establish and work with specific to come up with what we're targeting from a demographic perspective, from a basic level, women 18 to 49. That's a control group. And then the first part here is pre-roll video. So we were using 15-second or 30-second ads for our Dove bar. And we would qualify people into a bucket or a pool only after they'd watched 100% of the view-through rate. So we talked before, somebody mentioned typical users will watch 70 to 80% of a video. For us, we'd have them come into the pre-roll and they watch 100%. If they didn't the first time, we gave them a second chance, and if they didn't the second time, we gave them a third chance. At that point, within any given quarter of a year, if they didn't view the video 100%, we thought they probably weren't interested in the message. We'll come back, we'll get them a different time. That's what really helps our efficiency, and Vic will take you through that a little bit more. That gives us a bucket of qualified users, and then through cookies, through serving them a bit later, we're able to come back and retarget them. And the difference between the top portion and the second portion is once they're a qualified user, we would use our psychographic statements for either my Visible Care line or the Go Fresh line or the Core Body Wash line. They all go after a little bit different user base. They're all moms, they all have kids, but they all have a little bit different insights. We pair that with the breadth of data that Specific Media has, and we're able to actually go deeper into targeting them specifically with ads, be it video, flash, or rich media. And it's the combination of the breadth of the data that leads to the depth of the targeting.
Very good. So first of all, it's just amazing. Thanks to iMedia, XP&G for 2 decades, share a podium with Unilever. We're like looking each other in the eyes, from the distance for a while. But this is great. So
you're with the good guys now.
Good guys, definitely. So gonna take from here. So what we learn and some of the results next. But we're very excited. It was at the point where Specific Media had integrated ad and video display networks, so we're able to really target our consumer and what Unilever was looking at, their qualified reach audience throughout the purchase funnel. So these are the campaign results that we would like to just highlight. The 3 buckets of qualification of the pre-roll video. As you can see, if the consumer would watch 100%, will go and through the behavioral targeting, go down into one of the 3 buckets from their lifestyle, their psychographic information. They would gather anonymously online. They would just be targeted then with a specific relevant ad in the bottom funnel. If it didn't watch the 100% video, then would actually be exposed to second pre-roll video, and then the third, and again, as Aaron has alluded to, would not discard that as a wasted impression just once forever. So one interesting thing that happened then is we learned, first of all, I don't know how much you guys had ability to play with this, but what happened is you can gain more audience if you expose the right pre-roll video to the right audience and qualified audience as yours as retargeting audience. So we were able to, with the second and third exposure, to gain about 21% more audience. And with that audience that now is qualified, and we heard from Geoff in nice remarks about qualification of your reach and the magnetic content you can actually pull the user to interact with. You can see how pretty strong view-through rate are for retargeted ads. So these are the bottom funnel. Now we have display a relevant content ad to these consumers, and you see this high 70s are percentage of 100% view-through rate. So we commissioned a study. Unilever wanted to see, okay, what's it all about? I mean, it looks good, but what is to me, what does to me and my bottom line? So this is an ROI study from Nielsen HomeScan, as you probably are aware. That's actually was pretty strong results. This is the mid-campaign reading. So it doesn't read actually the long tail of repurchase, but this is just one-time purchase. You see how very nicely you can have a lift on both the current user and new users. So in summary, to me, with 24 years in Procter & Gamble, I was really pleased to see finally a very concerted effort to target the bottom and all up the funnel and qualify my reach. And as Aaron has said, have the ability to target and with relevant messaging this consumer. So now I'm gaining outside the social media a qualified reach that can actually exchange communication with throughout the year. So I can increase that by exposing the second and third pre-roll, the audience, so reach. I can expand that reach I needed to. Because Specific owns a proprietary network for ad and display and video, what happens is I can really propose the right relevant magnetic content to my user at the different purchase funnel levels. So either it's a video or it's a display or it's a rich media, whatever that is, I can actually target what's most relevant at the right time. One important thing is, and I work with publishers all my life, in my P&G days, there's always a wasted impression level. And if you think about it, the 7 to 10% is when you are lucky. I've seen many of my campaigns going all the way to 30% wasted impression, targeting a female. I was in beauty for many years, site, and a lot of men would actually still browse those content, and here you go, 20, 30% of wasted impression. If I go on and off, and I have 3 or 4 campaigns throughout the year, I multiply that percentage impression 3, 4 times, and by the way, I usually use a 3 frequency cap, so multiply by 3 all this impression, that's a lot of money. So if I do that waste trimming at the very beginning, and I qualify my reach, and I only target the ones that actually engage with my content, I actually take out all that waste. And very strong result that we've seen with the mid-campaign HomeScan sales lift effect. So I think we're going to hang out here at the break for any question you might have. Thank you.